So it's like, people constantly ask me over the years about Steve Jobs. Now, Steve Jobs opened Apple very close to the same time we opened our company. And so everybody talks about Jobs because Jobs is a miracle worker. And they say, what did Steve Jobs know that everybody else didn't? And the truth is, Steve Jobs didn't know anything anybody else didn't. He just cared more. He was a dropout from college. He dropped out in his first year, Reed. The next thing he did, he went to India on a spiritual search. He dropped out of his spiritual search. He thought it was stupid. He came back and got a job as a technologist. He dropped out as a technologist because he wasn't really suited for it. And he went with his great idea to his garage, his father's garage, and started Apple. Didn't know anything about business whatsoever. But he had a dream. And he pursued that to a degree that aggravated everybody. He was the worst boss in the world. He pissed everybody off. But the extraordinary thing is the energy, the passion with which he pursued this impossible dream touched everybody. People would work 18-hour days. Touched everybody. That's the heart of Apple.
Now, is that something you can systematize?
You can systematize everything. The universe is a system. It's simply seeing it. So I'd like to say, until you can transcend it, you can't transform it. And so transcending myself is a critical piece to transforming myself.
What does that look like in reality? When you say transcend yourself, what do you mean?
Well, in reality, it means I'm looking down from above.
Okay.
Meaning I'm not just muddled up in the middle of it, doing it. I'm watching myself as I do it. Every single one of us have the ability to do that. We can, in fact, see what's going on with a part of our mind that isn't completely consumed by where we are. And the first skill is concentration. And so as I watch you here, I know that concentration is actually absent in most of you. But you understand, please don't take that as a judgment. It's just, unfortunately, the reality of our lives. We're not here. And I'll give you a perfect example of that. I'm going to give you an instruction. Remember the balls of your feet. So put your feet on the ground. You see, like that. And then press your feet to the floor. Now you're suddenly different than you were just a moment ago. Do you feel that difference? Now you see, the minute I speak to you, you lose your feet. Don't you? You lose your feet. Now understand, you lose your feet because you're unaccustomed to concentration. Concentration is like Tai Chi. Concentration is like a martial artist. Concentration is being here. The second essential skill, as we're practicing concentration, is discrimination. And that's the ability to choose where I focus my attention. The third skill is organization. Organization is simply turning chaos into order. Every bit of disorder that you see is a distraction from concentration, discrimination, organization. And it's a reflection of the disorder in the state of our mind. The fourth essential skill is innovation. That means continuous improvement, continuous improvement. Innovation, quantification, orchestration. Innovation is finding a better way. Quantification is actually measuring the outcome to make certain that it is a better way, not just a different way. And orchestration, once we've found the better way, to turnkey it. So we have lifted our productivity and our performance, whether that be for an individual or for a division or for a company. And finally, the fifth essential skill is what we're doing right now, and it's communication. Because until communication occurs, all the rest of this was internal. Until communication occurs both ways, and the skill of communication is sacrosanct. because it's the way that you touch the rest of the world and the way the rest of the world touches you. So all of this that we're talking about is systems thinking.